Welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutler Outdoors. A thank you, Greg Medford rendition, if you will. Before we get into it, guys, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. Now, stats show that number's going down. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. But vets, here's what I want you to know. You have a place here. You're welcome here. I just want y'all to know that. You're loved and we care about you. We're back to blue over here. We sport Leo to the chagrin of many, I guarantee you, that don't understand it. How do you do that, SCAB? Well, we don't break the damn law, and if we do, because we have, we take responsibility for it. And finally, if you're an addict, never quit quitting. So here's the deal, guys. This is my Medford Praetorian T, an S90V, and it's full of badassery. I love his life. Let me tell you something. Greg Medford came on, was gracious enough to come on Blade Talk with SCAB and Joe last night. And I'm going to link that video in the description. And then I'm going to link a video from SHAYNE GABLES in the description. SHAYNE did like an after show commentary that I thought was fantastic. I love SHAYNE. I love his take, and he loves Greg Medford. SHAYNE actually worked in a strip club, sacrificed to buy him a Medford. But that speaks volumes, doesn't it? Man willing to work to buy what he believes in and support what he believes in. But here's what I wanted to say to Greg Medford and Medford Knife and Tool. One is thank you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for speaking the truth, not your truth. See, that's something we get mixed up here in this day and age. Somebody will say, well, I've got to speak my truth. No. The truth is the truth is the truth. It never changes. Situation changes. Circumstance changes. Times change. The truth is always the same. So thank you, Greg. Thank you for coming on. And here's what I'm going to do. Greg addressed a lot of things. I would encourage you to go to the 3-minute and 39-second mark if you want to see Joe fall in love. But that's where Greg talks about his love for swords and his passion for swords and collecting World War II katana that made their way over to the United States. And what Greg did was get those katana, found a contact in Tokyo, and made sure that as many as he could get repatriated to those families did so. A racist wouldn't do that, but Greg did that. A lot of folks wouldn't do that. That's a lot of money right there. But see, when you have character and you have integrity, that's what you do, right? Greg never vetted us. We met 20 minutes before the show went on. He never said, hey, guys, I don't want to talk about this. Matter of fact, I won't tell you what he exactly said, but it was basically, I don't give a shit what we talk about. We touched on as many topics as you can. You say, SCAB, why are you bringing it up? Because this is why. Not long ago, there was a big brouhaha, if I might invoke a little French, over Greg's stance on Magna Cut. Somebody took a snippet and ran with it, son, and then everybody got involved, and Medford don't know what they're doing. See, that's easy to do when you take a small snippet with no context. And I told y'all 2 weeks ago, I'll decide what I think of Greg Medford. See, that's the way old Scabber is. I'm a lot of things. A lot of people don't like me. I don't give a shit. Well, I mean, I kind of do. It hurts my feelings. When you're this good looking with melodious tones and people don't like you, it hurts. But I told y'all, I said, guys, listen, I'm not going to form an opinion on someone without talking to them. That's what you call in the grown-up world, it's called chicken shit. Now, I've formed my opinion on Greg Medford. Greg addressed the issue at hand with the Magna Cut. Now, here's the thing. Here's where integrity and character come into play. Everybody that jumped on Medford about his Magna Cut, and oh my God, watch the video. Now, you don't have to say a word. That's not my place to tell you to say a word. But I know this, and this is just speaking for me, and that's all I can do. Speak for old SCAB. Let me tell you something. When I'm wrong, it's rare, but it happens. I try to be the first to say, hey man, I was wrong. A year and a half ago, I got on here and shared with y'all that I lost my job. That was a hard video to make. Why did I do that? Because for a lot of my life, I've been chicken shit. And I made a decision a few years back, hey man, we're going to turn this ship around. I made a decision when I started this channel, we're going to tell the truth. The right thing to do was to make that video. So I made it. I was wrong. I lost my job. It was my fault, right? If I would have jumped all over somebody, if I'd have jumped on Greg, if I'd have jumped on somebody like that, I'd have to make a video and go, hey guys, listen, I made this video before knowing all the facts. Now, I've got all the facts because, see, here's the fact. There's not a Praetorian T, there's not a mini thin or whatever the rest, and I don't know all the names, Greg, I'm sorry, but I love this knife. But there's not one of these knives in Magna Cut. I believe it's his ASK line, which is super duper badass. I saw two of them last night. Good God, I want one of them. But I saw those, and that's the only series of knives in Magna Cut. So now what? Now some people have run around and said, hey, well, Greg Medford's got knives in Magna. No, we don't. That's all I'm going to say about that. I just wanted, this is more of a thank you, Greg. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for taking a chance on two guys. Listen, Blade Talk with SCAB and Joe, I think we might have 440 subs, but when we started it, that's what we started it to do, was bring guys like Greg Medford to you. Guys that are polarizing, but are damn good at what they do. Guys who will come on without an agenda. There was no agenda last night. He freely spoke about his knives. And let me say this. Let me just say this, and I'm gonna wrap it up. 1/3 of Greg's employees are veterans, right? I'm not a veteran, never served. My wife did, my son did, both grandfathers did. I all the way back. So veterans causes are on my heart, right? Y'all hear it every single video. And let me say this too. When I start talking about veterans causes and addicts and all that, this ain't a woe is me channel. Donovan 2 says it best. We want to offer a hand up, not a handout. The man employs, 1/3 of his employees are vets. The man's a combat veteran, right? You form your own opinion. I will never in my life get on here and tell you what to do. Won't do it. But if you can watch that video and it ain't changed your mind, well, I don't know what to tell you. So here's what I'm going to say in passing. When I was a little boy, we used to go to Sunday school. My nana would call it Sunday school. And we used to sing this song, and I was a little fat kid, because now I'm a big fat kid, but I was a little fat kid, had hair up here, looked like a Q-tip sitting on top of my head, son. And we'd sing, it started off like this. Oh, be careful, little lips, what you say. Oh, be careful, little lips, what you say. For the Father up above is looking down in love. Oh, be careful, little lips, what you say. And then it would go on in the nose, what you smell, and the eyes, what you see. The most interesting thing that I found as I've grown up about that song is when it got to the ears. Oh, be careful, little ears, what you hear. You say, Scott, you can't help what you hear. Yes, you can. You most certainly can. And you can help what you say. What it's talking about hearing is gossip and rumor. See, guys, listen, half truths, 90% truth is 100% lie. Now, I might take some flack for this video, and it's going to hurt my feelings. Ooh. But when I get home, I'm going to pick up a knife and I'm going to go review it. I don't give a damn if I lose every subscriber, because I choose to, there's no sides. I'm going to throw my side in on guys with character and integrity, and I'm not accusing anybody of not having any. Not accusing it, because nobody showed they haven't yet. But be careful, guys, what you listen to. Be careful, guys, what you repeat, because if you're wrong, the other part of that is because the Father up above will smack the shit out of you in love. Oh, be careful, little ears and lips, what you do. I'm SCAB. You're not. Go watch. Now listen. Watch Blade Talk. Go seriously. 3 minutes, 30 seconds, 39 seconds. Joe absolutely falls in love. It's awesome. And then go watch Shane Gables, because I support Shane. I love Shane, and I love his take on what he's saying. I'm SCAB. You're not. I'm gone, son.